Wars, persecution, and mass shootings have many believing we are heading into the last days, if not already there. But one man is crying out for the church to wake up and become light in the darkness. And he's kickstarting believers to begin healing the sick, preaching the gospel, casting out demons, and walking by the Holy Spirit. Recently, I spoke with evangelist Torben Sondergard of Denmark about he's bringing another reformation to the church through signs and wonders. Tell us more about the last Reformation. What is it?
I say we love Jesus, and there's many people who love Jesus, but we have a lot of traditions. We are so bound up by our tradition, and we have actually many thousand years of church history where the church have been changed again. If we see the early church was a living church with power, healing the sick, casting out demons, preaching the gospel, being led by the Holy Spirit, all of this disappeared under the Constantine time, under the Catholic Church.
Right. Well, this has spread into a global movement. How did that happen?
I had the Bible in one hand and I had my life in another hand, and I looked at it, and something was wrong. And we start to see God more. We fasted 40 days and start to see God. And slowly we start to experience this life. Amazing. The life led by the Holy Spirit, the healing and the deliverance.
For example, what happened?
Many stories, just like we heard God speak to us, go to that person, go to that house. We came into a house and the whole household came to faith, got baptized in the bathtub, got delivered, got healed on the living room floor and all of that. Like we read in Book of Acts with Peter in the house of Cornelius, or the jailer in Book of Acts 16. So we saw stories that looked like the Book of Acts. And then we start to share it. We start to share what we have learned. And it just said yes and amen so many people, because many people go to church, but they know there's more. There's more than going to church and sitting there and going home. They have heard a lot of preaching, but they want to see it now. They want to see the life. They want to see the power of the Holy Spirit.
Torben, describe what happens to ordinary Christians when they get this power, when they get the realization that there is more and they actually start doing it.
If we take one example, let's say healing. You can read all the books in the world about healing the sick and that you can do it as Christians, but you still doubt it. But when we take a believer out on the street, find a sick person, say, now you pray, and they do it, and the first person get healed.
Wow. Something
changed, because now you know it. You know you can do it. And when you've done it one time, you know you can do it again. You know you can do it again. And we call it kickstarting, like a motorbike.
Sure.
When you kickstart it, you can keep going. And we have seen people in church who have been in church 30, 40 years, who have never healed a sick, never cast out a demon, never led anyone to Christ, baptized anyone in water and Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
And when we take them out on the street or train them, when they do it one time, they just take off.
Wow.
And suddenly they see healing every week. They see people come to faith every week. And you don't need to be ordained. You don't need to have a church to do it. Amen. You can actually use your living room.
Well, this has not been very popular in your home country of Denmark. You face some persecution there. Explain what's happening there in Denmark.
It's happening a little more all over Europe also, but they're changing the laws. Things are happening. The freedom is disappearing.
So they've actually made it illegal to cast out demons?
In Denmark now. We experienced a massive persecution in the beginning of January. I was on the news, like, in 3 weeks I was on the news 12 times.
As a bad guy. Because you're casting out demons.
I would say fake news. I understand fake news now. I understand the power in the media. And it ended up with our politicians standing in the government talking about me, and they did a law called mental violence law, and there they have added that if you cast demons out in front of kids and handicapped people, that can define like mental violence and go to jail for 3 years.
Did that discourage you in what you've been called to do?
If we believe what we read in the Bible, in the Book of Acts, is for today. It's for today when it comes to healing, it's for today when it comes to deliverance, it's for today when it comes to the gospel, but it's also for today when it comes to persecution.
That's right. Jesus said, they did it to me, they'll do it to you.
Yeah, but of course it's very hard, but I really feel times are changing, and I also feel it's time for America to wake up, because there is a time of grace in America right now, but that freedom can very, very fast be taken away, because if you ask me just 3 months ago, sorry, now I've been here longer. If you asked me a half year ago, I could never, ever imagine that we would come to that point where me and my family was packing the suitcases in 2 days, lived with 8 suitcases,
Wow.
and are now seeking asylum in another country.
I mean, it's never easy to leave your home country, and but obviously God's hand is on you, and I know God will be with you wherever you go. That's His promise, right?
Thank you.
In the Word. God
Yeah.
bless you. Thank you so much for being on the
Thank you.
show.
Thank you very much.
So inspiring. Well, if you'd like to take part in one of Torben's evangelistic trips, or you'd just like to see a film about the experience, you can find a link to his ministry on our website, that's cbnnews.com.